So I overheard a conversation at jujitsu the other night. The conversation essentially went like this. Why do I need to do things outside of jujitsu when rolling's going to take care of everything? I appreciate the sentiment and I love the go-getter attitude. Fucking jujitsu's life. I think it represents a fundamental lack of awareness and misunderstanding of the legitimate harm that jujitsu can have on your body. Not only are you trying to resist being contorted by somebody, you are also trying to contort another human being. The amount of pressure that's placed on your joints, the ranges of motion that you're required to get into, the strength and raw power that's required to perform some of the moves in jiu-jitsu takes a very big toll on your body. Additionally, when you're learning moves, you primarily learn them from one side, which means that when you're going into a live roll, you are chronically over and over again, both attacking and defending one side of your body. Think of it like a pitcher. The more and more that you do one thing over and over again, the more likely you are going to start finding problems in and around those areas. I'm not saying that you have to have this awesome, overarching, holistic training plan that you devote hours into outside of the mat. But I am saying that if you want to have any type of longevity in this sport, and if you want to try and mitigate your risk for injury, you have to invest some time off the mats to train. There are two primary perspectives that I take when it comes to training for jiu-jitsu outside of jiu-jitsu. The first is maximizing the upside. When you're training to maximize the upside, you're essentially doing things that you believe are going to have a direct or indirect effect on your performance when performing jiu-jitsu specific skills. The reason that performing these types of movements is important to your performance on the mats is because live rolling doesn't always afford you the opportunities to perform things at full speed or with full effort. The reason being is because there's a huge technical component involved. You can't just wildly shoot a takedown and expect it to go just because you did it at full speed and full strength. When we think about things like submissions or passes, reversals, and sweeps, those things are calculated and they're set up over longer periods of time. And if you're lucky, you get to perform them at full speed and effort to completion. However, most of the time, you're going to encounter some type of resistance that stops all your momentum from doing the thing that you wanted to do because the person you're going against doesn't want that thing to happen. So what I'm saying is that the live roll doesn't give you many opportunities to do things at full speed or effort. Things like Olympic lifts, sprinting, jumping, medicine ball throwing, total body strength training, these are training modalities that you can do outside of the mats that do give you those opportunities. While they aren't necessarily going to improve your technical ability to perform the skill, being more explosive, being stronger, being faster, those underlying qualities, if you train them properly, have the highest chance of correlating to you performing those jiu-jitsu skills more effectively. The second lens we can look for off the mat training through is minimizing the downside. As stated before, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is really hard on your body for a multitude of reasons. Because of that, your body incurs some type of wear and tear over time. If you don't invest in this type of training, your joints are going to start to feel stiff. You're just not going to perform with the fluidity that you want to perform. Things like yielding isometrics, mobility and flexibility work, aerobic conditioning, body control stuff like crawling, are all things that you can do that are going to help you relieve joint pain, remove and recycle metabolic waste. These things can help strengthen connective tissue, and they can also improve range of motion at key joints that you're going to use in jiu-jitsu. I understand that not everybody is trying to be an elite jiu-jitsu grappler, but if the point of your physical activity, or rather, if you've put all the eggs of your physical activity into the jiu-jitsu basket, you need to be doing things that are going to increase your longevity in the sport. And if you are somebody who is looking to compete and perform at a higher level, you need to take the time to invest in training that both maximizes the upside and minimizes the downside. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you ever have any questions or want me to explain any of these things in more depth, feel free to hit me up on social media. Link is below.